And then I think it's about the offlane, but it's a Magnus, right? And a Magnus Clockwork. So, is that the lane? Or is it going to be the Granny? The Granny Magnus, maybe? Clock 5? Yeah. Yeah, I think they just... I think they're going to come out ahead on at least 2 lanes here. Maybe 3.
Yeah, like I'm not really sure what kind of timings you're looking for on the side of Teamless. Again, it kind of hinges on coming out of lanes in a very good spot, right? Like getting that initial farm, getting the initial levels. All the lane setups here from the side of Boom look fairly solid. Like, again, just Cookie Skewer back for FBC to play around already sounds pretty damn good. Clockwork plus TA lane is a very safe lane for Jackie to play with. Zhao has his work cut out for him. Just ensure the spacing is there, and you're kind of happy. The cogs as well should be able to stop a lot of the aggressive angles from the Celestial Hammer, and from even the charge forward here from Juju. So that early aggression you're looking for from Teamless, it's not going to be too easy to find. They're going to have to work extra hard to get that advantage in lane. Like what Jackie's doing, just going for the early meld, hanging back, and trying to go for a double meld strike on anyone that does poke their head out. Should be a nice fast kill if anyone does take the bait.
There's no way you can... There's no way, right? You can't take the risk. Yeah, he knows he's rumbled. The early vision game, just the 2 top wards there. Radiant got their ward down first today. Yeah. Jackie, he's just sitting there.
And Siege is thinking. Oh, Siege. Don't do it.
No, don't do it, bro. No, he's gonna do it. Alright, he's gonna give him the old surprise, and he dies. And then they go for Poa 2 as well. Lord. The clock is good, the block is good with the body blocks as well, and Poa 2 gonna go down as well. And honestly, you can't really ask for a better start to the game than that. I think that was pretty decent for Boom there. Just a casual 1k net worth lead. Your TA gets a kill, your offlaner gets a kill. Just, you know, starting everything rosy, you know?
Yeah. You don't lose out on the runes as well. You do still manage to grab 2 for 2. John Yuel gets to play ping pong a little bit, bumping Juju around, cutting him off from running into that lane. And you have the best setups you could ask for. Like, look at this bot lane. Again, Varish without the Rocket Barrage facet means his kill threat isn't as high. Mind you, the Rocket Barrage still hurts. Without that added move speed to help the chase down, full kill commitment becomes harder to seek out. And again, FBC is going to be more than happy to just farm. Level 3 is also a big spike for Boom to play with on this kind of setup. You get the Cookie out, you get the Skewer back, this major threats onto Siege if he's not careful. So we'll have to see if they can kind of maintain at least some decent lane equilibrium here on the side of Teamless. But Varish is doing a fine job of at least trying to make this awkward for FBZ.
I mean, there's plenty of harass coming through, but, you know, Tim's has got his own HP bar to work with here. He's got some stuff, you know, he's got 3 charges already, but bottled up here. Bottled up? That's probably not the right word for one, but yeah, he's ready to go. Wait, Juju. Up top. Ready to donate another kill to Jackie. Yeah. That's really awkward. He just wanted to kind of like get over here and make sure the camp stayed blocked. Put down that fresh sentry, and then he gets killed for his trouble. Siege in trouble himself. Oh my word, the blocks are so good actually. Boom. Both Tim's and Yanel just doing such a good job to keep people, you know, kept in place. Just very, very nice body blocking action going on there.
Yeah, they've been on point, and it's good to see this from Boom. And the last time we were around, we saw Boom with, what was it? Ghost and DJ in without Jackie and Zhao. It looked like a very different team. So this is looking closer to what we saw from Peak Boom in 2 years ago in that DPC cycle where Boom was on top of the world, where they won in, I believe, Dubai or some Middle Eastern thing. Forget which one, but they won a pretty big tournament to start their year. And that kind of set the tone for them. Yeah, they never managed to reach the same highs, but they are looking to do so with this lineup. And so far, again, this is kind of reminiscent of Boom's early game before. 4-0 start, 1k lead. Top lane for Jackie is fairly free in farm. Mind you, in CS, you're not really building up too much, but again, it's this kill threat that Boom has across all their lanes. Like the space making Zhao can do up top to ensure Jackie can just sideblade away. The cookie skewer combo down bot again. Siege.
Oh, Siege, he actually turns it around though. He pops off that heal, takes a quick kill on Tim's. Now trying to back himself away by FPC, stuck in the legs. Oh, but he does have a skewer. Alright, Baris, he's going to try and punish some action here. 3, 4 more right clicks to get the job done. Can he get out of range though? Yeah, actually, so frustrating if you're the gyrocopter. So frustrating.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, there's going to be a kill top as well.
Aww.
They'll take down a solo kill on DB. Jackie, he's making it happen. And you know, the CS score might not be insane. It's 13-8 versus 11-2, but this man right now is 3-0-1. Like the perfect accelerant that you want. And by the way, he's got a Magnus for that 15-minute plus acceleration as well. Oh, Spirit Breaker though. Maybe you can find something on the back, but guess what? No. Onel is there, ready with the clock block. He will not be taking a kill on Mac right now.
No. At the very least, they still managed to find another water rune for Potato. So it's not the worst thing in the world. You get a little bit of a top up in the Ember. He gets to stay in that lane. This mid lane has been spectacular for Mac though. 19-11 up against Potato's 18-6. Like the 11 denies are going to hurt. This level 6 timing for Potato is not going to come quick enough. And that's the scary part. If you manage to hit that 6 faster than Mac, kill threat's very open. Simple rotation from Tim's can lead to chain stuns, and there's no real play there for the Ember.
He's doing as well as he can though. Like he's died once, but that was right at the start, right at the first blood, or just after first blood or whatever. So I feel like Mac definitely could have had a little bit more kill opportunity on him, but yeah, the denies are basically free with the enchant totem, so it's a really difficult lane for him to play. And as you say, looking at the XP difference, it's almost half a level, right? That's actually pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating for Potato. Curious to see how much they can get done. That bot again.
Nice cookie into skewer back. They do TP and one more body on the clockwork. He gets the clock locked down as well, and that's going to keep Siege in place. More than enough to shut down that kill. It looked like he was going to get away, so really good read from the clock. Oh, talk about reads. Here comes Juju with a little counter initiation of his own. 1L trying to get himself to safety. FBZ, he thought about going back in there, but decided the read wasn't quite as good as he thought it was. A little skewer back, and Juju to fall.
Oh,
really nicely played by Boom there. Who did they get the kill on? Who died? Oh, it was when Tim's died earlier.
Yeah, that's way earlier. It's such a good set of trades out from the side of Boom. The way they're juggling their HP bars across the heroes is so big, giving Zhao the room to kind of regen. Catch out another here in Varij. Another freebie.
Oh, not like this. He thought he was going to be able to help with that 6-minute rune. The 6-minute rune was already picked up by Pota2 at that point, though, and he basically just wandered over from. I guess it was the bounty he was looking for, right? Well, both, maybe.
Probably one of the two. And, you know, you feel relatively safe. He had ward planted right before. It's just, again, the way Boom are juggling their HP bars, the way they're playing with the spacing they've gotten for themselves, it's very smart gameplay from Boom. Again, it's very reassuring gameplay from Boom as well. If anyone is a Boom fan, this is exactly what you'd want to see with this lineup. A much different Boom from what we've seen, again, in the last qualifiers for Dream League that we saw out of this roster. Zhao just going to be forced to TP away. The charge does not quite connect. They have some room to pressure Jackie, though.
They got plenty of space here, but they see that TP, they decide not to follow up on it, and Jackie pretty much gets away scot-free. Like, he took like one right click, and he's going to be just fine, thank you very much. The Wisdom runes go 50-50, nobody up to shenanigans, as Tim takes one home, as so does Release. But that means he had to leave the lane to go and get it right, and just leaving Siege by himself down here. I suppose he has TP though. Yeah, he has TP.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Although there is some gate movement now. Jackie on the hunt.
Whoa, okay, I mean, he's just dead then. Like, they're going to bring the TPs, but it's going to be way too late. He tries for the Requiem, maybe the Fear, but then they will use the RP to make sure it's very late in coming. They cancel the TP coming in for the defense. And yeah, I kind of felt like he was semi-safe there, right? He's in behind the tower, he's got the Requiem. But yeah, one gate play, or maybe even two heroes coming through the gate, and it's just, it's such a different, it's such a different sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, a different dynamic having these gate ganks, you know? Like, as soon as it's nighttime, you have to be watching for somebody sneaking up on you. And Mark just murdered that Spirit Breaker, the lowest net worth on the game. He echo slammed him as well. He just wanted a nice, quick, clean kill. But, yeah, it was pure murder.
And it is.
Oh, FPZ. A little bit of a pickle. They might get a kill here. Oh, 5 times kill streak ended, bro.
Oh, Potato.
Oh, having a little go. Trying to juke himself to safety. And he's gone. Yo, this Mortimer Kisses cosmetic. You feel like that's a little bit busted or what?
Busted? How so?
Yeah, cause like you don't really realize you're getting Mortimer's Kisses like immediately when it happens. You know, where's the glance value?
I
does
guess
it like the ice one?
If you've never seen it before, I suppose so.
Yeah.
I don't think it's as busted as some of the more unreadable ones. Not that there are many, to be fair.
Yeah, it doesn't feel that bad now, but yeah, when it first came out, dude, I don't know. I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it's a little bit funky. I think. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. What is kind of rough is, at least for the side of Teamless, is again, this pacing is not exactly to the speed they'd want it to. I mean, you're getting some decent timings for Siege, all things considered. Number 3 network overall. Mask of Madness not too far off, probably into the Dragonlance timing afterwards. You are ramping into quick blinks here as Mac.
He dodged out of it. They don't have anything left in the tank. Now the charge up to the high ground. The chase forward, remember, he's looking for Clockwork. I mean, he found Clockwork, but put himself at significant risk there. Nice Fisher play from Mac to cool the heels of the Radiant. But they're all gonna fall back now. I felt a lot more dangerous. Like, as soon as that Spirit Breaker starts charging, you're like, alright, they're gonna connect on this, but they weren't able to find it there.
Well, not quite. I think, again, all this emphasis on mid is giving a lot of free space into the sides. Sure, it kind of plays into what Teamless needs for recovery, but I think you're much happier in Boom. Like, your farming pace in FBZ is quite high. Your farming pace on Jackie, again, on this TA free farming right now, is definitely quite high. And the pacing from Teamless isn't as quick. Again, this is needed room for Siege. There's that Mask of Madness into the Dragonlance that we tend to see. But you can't afford to bleed out this way. Like, this Desolator timing for Jackie, with the Dragonlance already up, that's going to be a quick fight into Roshan. It's not going to take too long for this kind of lineup to just melt early Rosh, if you're not too careful here. Blinks are, again, lining up. FBZ is 200 gold away. Mac is about 800 or so, not too far. But once those blinks are up, I don't think Boom's going to be resting too long. They'll just constantly be on the hunt.
They're looking for the wraparound onto the Dawnbreaker here, but they're not quite sure where he is. Like, he was just showing in the lane, so they think he's kind of maybe in the trees there. Now they just go for the scan. They're like, fuck it, let's see. And wow, the read from DB actually. He's like, I am rumbled, and just backs himself to safety. That was crazy good, dudes.
Yeah, really good read. Potato? Looking to def
he
top,
was,
solo.
Get aggressive with it. Here's the clock block. Coming through with that hook shot into the cogs. Chasing forward, Spirit Breaker. Looking to charge in on the fight now as well. DBZ getting kind of low. Throws out the ult, but will die before it can connect.
Oh, Lord.
That's over. They're all dead. He went for a little trip there. Poe's still alive, actually. Even get himself to safety. The RP gonna catch him out. He's just on the wrong side of things, but the cookie will make sure he still gets the kill.
Oh, Lord. That is not what you want to see if you're teamless. Again, a really early TP out from Dota2, expecting his team to connect, which they did. But I just don't know if that's the angle you can take. I don't know if this Ember can really afford to front line like this. You don't really have the highest damage output right now. He had to go for a very quirky build as a double impact Ember, right? Like he went 1-2-4 into level 8. It's not the most typical. You tend to just sit back, ignore Flame Guard, usually go 2-3-0 into 6.
I think the Flame Guard is so that when he does come at the fight, he can kind of burn through TA's shield, or, before while he's fighting around.
Siege.
Another hook shot from downtown.
Jeez.
Oh, that was disgusting, dude. It's like that one dude in the alleyway getting punched by 5 guys. Jesus. Yeah. The problem as well is when he came in, he actually got hook shotted as well for the 5 seconds. That's a good kill though. Not gonna go down. Now the follow up though, the counter attack, the play forward. FBZ grabs a hold of this gyrocopter. A bit of a thorny one. And Dota2, he's surrounded by 4 heroes, but he's still looking to see if he can get something done here. The answer is a courier kill. Oh, I would be so mad, Clock. He has no hook shot though for 20 seconds, and the ankles getting a little bit broken. But FBC was waiting. But they're scared of this Ember. They're like, no, we don't want to. He's gonna just waste our time. They're scared of getting the runaround.
I think that's a fair call. Man, you managed to hit this big timing now anyhow. Jackie does have the Deso, so you could look to force things at the moment. And RP's only a few seconds off here for FBZ. Blink Skewer is at the ready. You've got the 6k lead lined up here for Boom. And again, for Teamless, you're going to need some time. You've got the mech up and running for Tims. There's the armlet finally done for DB. So your Dawnbreaker's going to be a little bit tankier with quite a fair bit more damage up front at the least. That is something that can help out quite nicely here for the side of Teamless. I just don't know if it's going to be enough. A bit of smoke out from Tims and Mac. And Blink also up on our Shaker into the Yags. Kisses at the ready. Just a Blink setup into the Kisses should lead to some nice kills here.
Oh, what about an Echo Slam starting off?
Oh!
Into a Fisher block and then a dodge away.
Ah.
Wait, Dawnbreaker though. Siege is in here now as well, starting to throw some hands. That was awkward.
Oh, the hook! The RP!
The RP's there, now the bombs from downtown Snapfire absolutely eradicating damage. The counterplay is still here. Spiritbreaker coming through, trying to collect them. Dota2 as well, doing a lot of work with that Flame Guard.
Oh.
Wait a minute, they end up losing everyone though. Wait, Dota2's trying to find a way through here. FBC ready for that, picks him up, skewers him back under his own tower. He's still dodging though. There's 4 heroes hitting him. He will go down. I felt so good at the start of that fight, and it just all went pear-shaped. They just did not have the damage to get the job done in the end there. It felt so good at the start, though. It felt like they had a really nice... They were making the best of a bad situation, but then, boom, just kind of doubled down and locked in. And again, this trading out, heroes with, like, less HP, moving back, making sure that it's being tactical about it, making sure they're not feeding kills, and then coming back in to make sure they're getting the kills back on the other side.
I'd say a lot of that was Zhao.
He's dead for sure this time. That battery assault not doing not rocket barrage, not doing as much as you'd like. Juju though gonna get trapped out here a little bit, but here comes Dota2 and the Dawnbreaker on top. Oh no, that's a dead granny. Tim's gonna have to just die. 4 times killing streak ended. By the way, that was a 4 times killing streak on Snapfire. That's gonna be the finished up blade mail for the Ember Spirit.
It's a nice little bounce back here for Teamless. Again, you look back at that last fight before this one. I think a lot of that was just caused by Zhao running up, getting the cogs off, preventing that Celestial Hammer into the high ground for DB, forcing him into the central position in the fight, lining them up for that funnel point right by the tree line, providing that RP angle for FBZ, all enabled by that Clockwork.
Siege on that far side there. Another beautiful initiation from Clockwork there. These hook shots do not miss. This came in and TA just finished him off. And
Yeah,
honestly, that's 12k net worth at 17 minutes on the TA. There's an 11k net worth for Dyer, and it's literally all TA right now.
that it is. Let's see, find more.
Oh, they went through. Oh, that blade mail is doing a little bit of work. The Echo Slam almost killing himself, but Mark reading the situation. He's like, you're going to die before I will. And they're going for the 18-minute Roche play here. But literally nothing to stop them except from a Spirit Breaker who's on the other side of the map. It should be pretty slickly done. The Meld and the Deso going to cut through this nicely. The Clockwork, dude. I thought we nerfed the early game on these supports. He's 1.6k HP. Not too shabby for a level 11.
Nope. And Clockwork, you know, funnily enough, did get slightly buffed in the last patch. He got a little bit of a bump up in how the power cogs kind of pulled heroes into the middle. So he's happier trying to get it is a little bit easier to get that first bounce inside. Feels really good for the hero. A nice quick rush for Jackie with 12 plus 12 on the Deso. A lot of output already on that TA. And the one thing for Teamless right now that's going well is that Siege. Outside of that death up top, he has been given a lot of room to farm up, right? Like Dragonlance is up, Massive Madness is up, Hurricane Pike coming up next. But this is my fault with Shadow Fiend Pause 1. If you kind of miss out that early timing, the hero's tempo just does not feel great, right? Like your magical damage, sure it can still come out. You don't really have a safe way of getting that done. You don't have the initiation with, say, a blink. You're gonna need a BKB to channel. It's another good hook here from Zhao.
Oh, the charge to follow up as well. They are just going to cancel that off. The Dawnbreaker's already dead. They feel like they can't get anything out of this. And Jockey, he's just going to come along and pressure the tier 2 tower. Pretty much ignoring the whole team fight situation. Just making sure he's securing these objectives. Objective-based gaming.
Yep. Nice and smart from Jackie. Just letting the rest of his team kind of handle the shenanigans elsewhere. They're keeping a shove on mid as well. Easy siege onto that bot for Jackie solo. Hurricane Pike should be done now as well for him. And the full Ags up for Max. So the Blink plus Ags. Mobility's insane RP.
I mean, as we see, as Pota just gets evaporated there. There's a fine Mr. Blood where he was. And the Gyrocopter going to get sunk as well. No, I see no ships, that's for sure.
No.
And they cleared out that tier 2 bottom. Obviously, that's going to open up that side of the map even more. And they can literally just keep this pressure up. The Dawnbreaker, though, is available, I suppose. I mean, you've got this first Aegis. It's got 3 minutes left on it. Let's go.
It's a lot of time. Not much to worry Jackie here. I mean, you've got the Desolator plus Orb of Destruction as well for Jackie, so it's a really good feeling when you have so much minus armor on hand. Just -9 from your items alone. And then the Meld Strike as well, and all of that applying to your Void Blades. So it is it's going to be quite nasty still.
That was an interesting idea here. The Spirit Breaker going to follow through. They'll take down the first kill now. This Taco's doing a hell of a lot of work here. The Blade Mail as well. Turn her back the other way. Jockey, can he actually fight his way through this? He has got the Aegis, but no BKB just yet. And he's murdering 3 heroes though, John. I don't think he got the memo that his team were supposed to lose this team fight. That's going to be a team wipe. And all they got was the Clockwork, by the way.
They did
another
get Tim's.
fight that it felt so good. That's what I'm saying. Well, they got Tim's early. He came back, bought back today, or no?
Yeah, he bought back.
Yeah, it felt so good for them at the start there, dude. But they didn't even proc the Aegis. They lose the Tormentor instantly. Free jetpack for Clockwork. And the damage was pretty much even, by the way. It was 10.2k from the Radiant, 10.9k from the Dire. Yeah, how are they still alive, dude?
It's just a matter of how well, again, Boom spreads out this damage. It's just the added durability as well in your TA can kind of make that annoying up front. The ideas from the side of Teamless are rather interesting. They tried to execute this Requiem into Solar Guardian kind of combination, and almost works out, but no one gets caught in the Solar Guardian. I think if you maybe had a big core stuck in that channel from DB, That's where the game could shape up a little bit better. That fight, that engagement could have been a little bit nicer overall. You know, managed to find it and just kind of falls flat. 8-36, 19k lead for Boom. As Jackie's just one-on-one-ing Dota2. Aegis will fall. We had 40 seconds left in that, so not the worst.
Killing himself to the blade mail. Oh, the charge onto the creep though. Oh my god. I mean, uphill miss just saved his booty there. Oh no, I think he went invis as well. I think I think his invis went off. Yeah, I was like, no way. It's a death for sure, but nah, he gets away with it. He gets away with it. Lincoln Sphere coming out for the TA. That's going to give him some indication when the Spirit Breaker's on his way. Pota to the high ground he goes with you, sir. And the Fisher's there as well. Little clockwork jetpack. This hero very difficult to lock down though. You can't really just cliff an Ember Spirit. You can't do that though. Was that the hook shot and the cookie? Yeah, it sure was.
Yeah, they just chain stun him, allowed Jackie to get the cleanup. Now 8-37. All they can do is kind of try to stall with Juju, but it doesn't feel like that's going to be enough. No safety net of Aegis should lead to Boom maybe playing a little bit more conservatively here, of course. Next Aegis stolen in 2 minutes 40. Oh, Matt!
He's gonna go with the Echo Slum, bringing it down, bringing it hardcore for us down. DB as well, and they'll instantly turn for this tier 3 tower. The fortification gonna come through. 28 seconds still before we see this gyro again. It's 7 seconds for the Ember Spirit. But I think you just give up the racks here. Oh, wait, hang on, what's happening top here? Alright, Mac trying to hunt down Siege here. Nice Hurricane Pike and Mac having a little bit of a pickle, but Jan, he goes back to try and help his boy out. The clock shot in with the battery assault and the cogs. It's going to be enough to bring Siege down. And the Siege is still continuing down bottom while that's going on. It's actually... Boom are so far ahead, they're able to split their attention between 2 separate objectives, you know, and still come out on top somehow. Here's the rocket barrage, though. That shard. Oh, there we go. Are they going to punish them hardcore here? No, he gets the refraction up. Just give up, boys. Back up, back up.
Oh.
There was a window, a glimpse of an opportunity to kill Jackie there. Instead,
a small one.
They'll just bring them down.
You have to call it. There you go. They call it.
Yeah. There's no play at that point. Especially when you have like the three deaths back. Like it was so close to getting Jackie there though. Maybe if you get that kill, like you punish them, but you know he was just rocking 15, 0, and 15.
Yeah.
Just so far ahead of them. I don't think they're gonna get a chance to like maybe even if they pull off like I'm scared they pull off like their wombo and then they kill one guy. You know, like they had a lot of problems last game, even when they were doing an even amount of damage. Boom were just kind of breaking ankles in the way that you were playing around about them. So that's my big fear here. Can they beat this and you know, can they slow down this juggernaut, this indomitable juggernaut that Boom seems to be in this series? I mean that's what we're here to find out, but see how we get on here. I mean, Gaben loves the draft though from Radiant.
That he does. Just a slight advantage for the side.
Minor, very minor.
I still don't know why Dota Plus does that sometimes, but hey, it just knows by draft, I suppose. It's gonna be interesting. I mean, I will say this. I think the Nature's Prophet one, I'm really not sold in it in this game for Jackie. There's just no trees, right? You think about when this NP shows up to fight, your Magnus, for one, skewering back will break some trees. So that's already a lot of DPS loss for the NP. Arena's going to destroy a lot of trees. You just don't have the... you're not going to be using the Spirit Force too often. They catch out DB at the very least. But...
they do anything with this, though. GG with a high ground play, throwing some damage on top of Tim's. I mean, at that point in the fight, you're just looking for as much harass as possible. You know, it's going to be 50-50 on the bounty runes, right? Nothing too exciting there. And they will head off to their lanes in the mid lane matchup. The Earth Spirit versus the Puck. I think it's actually pretty even as far as CS is concerned, as well as like kill opportunities not really going to be there. I guess Matt has a slight advantage with the melee damage, but We'll see if Dota2 can keep it together throughout the laning phase there.
Yep, just going to be down to how well he can manage. I think this is, again, not too bad for Dota2. He can dodge out from the rock kicks or from the rolls if Mac does decide to get a little bit frisky here. So he's going to be able to play off of that innate, off of the puckish just a little bit more, which does do quite a fair bit here for the puck, and again, sustaining a mid lane matchup. He does get a big deny earlier as well in the creep, where Mac isn't able to clean up. I believe that was a range creep that he did manage to deny off a while ago. Get a little bit of a quick pause as Jackie is experiencing lag. We have been lacking our Southeast Asian pauses throughout this day, so glad to see that.
It's true, actually. This is literally only like the second pause for lag, DC. Maybe the third, but yeah, very, very, very limited considering the distance between each, all the different teams and stuff in the region. We got the cogs up on one out. He's still holding the observer and sentry ward. I presume he already put something down, right? He got a sentry here in this little gully, and then an observer up here. So he came with. Did he just got this one delivered? I think he just got that one delivered as well. Very nice usage of warding. And down bottom, what's their situation? They have their own observer. Oh, it's his courier, never mind. I was like, why have they warded their lane? Are they not scared of sniping? But no, it's his courier. Yeah, they don't have any wards down bottom at all, actually. That's kind of messed up, dude. They're more concerned about the gate than the lane rotations.
I don't think that makes sense. The gate
rotations
are the big one.
It's just a change to the dynamic of the game, you know what I mean? Like, previously, this is where you would look, and now making sure you don't get ganked. And it would be like a clockwork coming through there, so yeah, it's exceptionally dangerous, especially with Granny and Magnus both there. Like, clockwork coming in and putting down the cogs is just gonna ruin your days.
That's
sense.
Very sensible. So far, much quieter in the laning phase. Without those 2 kills being bled out in the first game, things can start a little bit more even. You're getting just a tad bit more in terms of CS here for the side of Teamless. Not by a huge margin, so we do get another pause out. Mic issues for Mr. FBZ. Get that sorted. Good old Nate, manager of Boom, should start to fix things up. We do have the go-ahead. At the very least, it sorts itself up quite fast. Back into the game we go. I will say, again, considering a much more even laning start, you're kind of happier on Teamless, because you didn't even get to gun for an even laning start last time. So you just kind of have to concern yourself with, again, level 3 spike for FBZ and Tims. Like, the cookie into the skewer back can get a little bit crazy. That's where things can start to go a little bit southbound. But so far, again, it looks like this time around, Teamless is respecting that play a lot more, playing their lanes much more conservatively, and they're just focused on form. The mid lane is probably the worst one, though. Dota2 is not able to really leverage this up against Mac. Mac is not really ahead in CS. It's actually fairly even, but his harassment has been pretty much over the top, kind of applying a lot of pressure onto Dota2.
That was really nicely done, but he'll get the water rune to get himself juiced back up. Yeah, basically, Mark is having a way better lane than he should be having, which is fair enough. But the other 2 lanes going exceptionally well right now for Teamless. And that's kind of what they need going into this, right? We talked about how the SF feels a little bit lackluster if you don't get, at least a decent start to the game, never mind a good start to the game. Feels kind of awkward for them. And this time around, 14-1 holding his own with the Magnus. The cookie back the other way. They go for the ignite into the fire blast. FBZ throwing some has, but Jackie, he goes for the TP across, and Siege gonna get right click one more time. Not gonna happen. Actually getting away to safety. The blocks to try to bring down this Ogre Magi. Maybe a little bit too effective, and maybe they find the Siege kill if the blocking goes the other way. And Jackie's going to be quite happy with that. He gets the actual kill. He heads back to the lane. And Siege is just kind of cruising around. Oh my word, Mac made a rotation now as well. He had a look in the trees here. But he went right or left. And Siege was left and he was right, unfortunately. Or no, wait, Siege was right, and he was left. Yeah, that's better. He's gonna walk back to the fountain. Well, he's not even. He walked back to his courier. Only got a salve. Hello.
Ah.
Alright. A little bit scary. He throws the shotgun blast downtown, but Varese is ready to cancel that idea. This is so smart from Cecil. Like I say, he falls back. He gets that salve. Comes straight back to the lane with no regen. 300 gold in his pocket. Wait, hang on. No, it's smart. XP is king, you know? XP is king.
Oh, FBZ? That's a little bit crazy under the tower.
Yeah, XP is king. Man, one tango he lives there and gets the kill. FBZ doesn't make the move. You have tangos in your inventory though. It's pretty big there.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, XP is king. Siege does pay for that a little bit. You used to get solo XP for Varij. That's something, I suppose. But again, where we're seeing the willingness Boom has for just looking for these skewer back plays. As long as the cookie's there, FBZ is more than willing to get work done. And just kind of look for the plays every single time. Quick reset. Cookie at the ready. They just need to find an angle. Gate usage is there for Zhao. Still under the ward. So they are able to just step back here earlier on Teamless.
He's got to know, right? Yeah. The ping comes out immediately. Tim's just like, yo, bro, this is warded. But the thing is, they're going to put the sentry down and the obs is already gone, dude. Not like this. That's okay. They aborted it. This is a better place to deward anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Tim's gets it. Nice little
You're getting rotated on, though.
This is a lot of commitment down bot for counter.
Oh, this D-ward saving Juan L, by the way. Gonna get everything set up here. Here comes FBZ.
Oh!
Nice pick up there. Oh, Jockey coming in for the win as well. Look for Varas. He will take down Jan in the meantime, but he will fall. And that's going to be 2 for 1. And they're looking for another snack here. Looking for Juju. Wait, why's your courier hurt, bro? Okay, don't worry about that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Cheeky Lotus. Wait, how long for Jockey's TP? 40 seconds. Not going to happen. And there will be a TP across, though, from Yanel as he comes in. Oh, my word, dude. Okay, the deny. The deny.
Fair enough. Waste quite a fair bit of time. And that is something you like to see. Buying a little bit of room for your mid and your top lane to kind of breed here on the side of Teamless. But you're in a very happy game state still on the side of Boom so far. Lots of early activity on Jack. He's been panning out well. Has the 1 null already up. Going for the power treads at this point. Could look to the more typical, yes, Gleipnir sort of build up. If that's the way Jack will want to go. It's fairly open on the NP1. So I'm curious
I feel like Jockey
scan.
hasn't quite got enough out of these rotations. So he's been rotating a lot with the TP. And he's been getting like the 4 kill or the 5 kill. Do you know what I mean? He's not getting the actual 4 kill. And he's behind Puck right now for net worth, so it's not like overly concerning because SF's having such a bad game on the other side of things. But yeah, I feel like I would be happier if I was getting more from these rotations.
That's fair. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world though for Boom. I think killing the 4-5 is kind of the idea. And, you know, you apply pressure onto the opposing pos 1, pos 2, although not so much in pos 2 in this game.
Yeah. Getting the kill is good, but, like, it would be nice to get the 1 and the 5, or the 3 and the 4. Greed.
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to get more, I suppose. He's still in a very good state. The haste rune for Mac doesn't quite line up into anything up top. A good read again from the side of Teamless. They do have Arena ready on DB. They get the catch on Patatu.
That's gonna be pretty decent though. That Arena gonna keep things at bay. Tim's trying to come in and help a bro out. Not gonna happen. It will end up being a secondary kill. Do they actually want to fuel this anymore? I don't think so. And that's just gonna be 2 slick kills for Teamless there. Like the mid and the granny. A decent 1k net worth swing off the back of that alone, actually.
It's some important kills. You slow down the tempo and Mac just a little bit more. The supports on Boom just don't have the levels yet to commit as much as we were seeing them in the last game. Like, you don't have Kisses Up on Tim's, you don't have Hookshot yet on Zhao. So you're not able to really come around and try to save the day, so to say. You've got some good forward wards here as well from side of Teamless. You have to appreciate this. Right by the ramp on that top jungle, right before the medium camp as well, by the tier 1 here. They have good coverage to kind of choke people out, especially into the power rune timing. I think that's a big part of what's allowing Teamless, or at least what allowed Teamless to actually find that angle in that fight. And it's a good sign of life. It's like we were saying in the draft here, Jeeves. Like, the core of your draft is still the same, right? It's all about the Shadow Fiend. It's how you play around it now that's different. I think this is the way you do it. You're giving a lot of free space out to Siege to catch up. Your core gameplay is in a 4-man or 3-man rotation is fundamentally a lot stronger than what we were seeing in the last game. And you can't exploit some of the weaknesses here on Boom if they're not too careful.
Yeah, absolutely. And Siege is actually getting, you know, a game this time around. Yeah, he's only died twice. He's been able just to kind of sit in this jungle. There's too much pressure coming from, you know, other elements on Teamless. You know, when it's 4-4 and less than 1k net worth difference at 10 minutes, in the previous game it was an 8k difference and 8 kills difference. Like, you feel way more comfortable, and it has to be really settling for the nerves of Teamless, right? After getting fried in game 1, and then you're coming in and things are way more stable this time around. You know what I mean? We talked about comfort picks before and how they kind of tried to draft around that idea. But this time around, it feels like not only are these some comfort heroes for them, but they're also... the draft is way more cohesive and way more executable on this early game.
That it is. Like, there's just a lot more options. We haven't even hit, like, say, the level 6 spike for Juju with that Mystic Flare threat. Still a bit of a smoke out from Boom. Mac, a little bit more time left in double damage, or in the amplify damage.
BC gonna get targeted up nicely here. Fire Blast into the raises. There's an RP going back the other way though. Mark is coming across now as well. Snapfire throwing those bombs trying from downtown. They look for Siege here and the damage is gonna be enough. There's the Mystic Flare though. Immediately they kill Mark the other way. Nice coil on 2. The catch out clockwork, and Jackie tried to come forward here. Dota2 on a whisper of life, but they can't find a hit on him. Tim's can't find the angle, and FBZ gonna get speared through a tree. Just pack things, my friend. Just pack things.
That it is. It's going to be a continuing issue here for Boom, trying to keep Dota2 down. They had some good angles. They maybe get a little bit too greedy in Boom. You know, Zhao is focusing on Dota2. You've got Mac and FBZ kind of rolling in, trying to focus on Siege first. And the split focus does cost them. The early RP without the kisses from Tim's as well, just being a little bit out of reach here on the snap, certainly hurt that kind of gameplay. I think if you manage to get your kisses right on the RP timing, you get that kill on Siege a lot faster. You can connect onto that Dota2 kill a lot quicker, and then everything lines up there for Boom. Now, Teamless do manage to hang in. They get a slight network advantage their way, and this puck is starting to become a massive issue. The Witchblade is going to be coming out soon for Dota2. Damage will scale up. The roll does not quite connect. The silence will, though, but... oh, the hook shot.
Okay, hook shot's there. Ah, nice. They actually... it takes a little bit of work, but they do bring Dota2 down there. Without expending too much, I think they used the hook shot and the magnetize only, right? Matt going to go in a little bit deeper here. Wait, did they... the RP's up in 20 seconds, so even though those cooldowns are down, with the RP up, they'll be able to maybe look to take a team fight. It's up top. Oh wait, hang on. That was a little skewer action. Ah, Juju. Okay, Cookie out to safety, and they will bring down the Sky Wrath.
Not the biggest kill. They're still set up.
Is back. The coil's available. Requiem available now as well. Okay.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they've got the blink.
It's another good combo, actually. The coil plus Requiem. The fear causing it to snap is pretty nice, actually.
I like it on paper. It's just when you go safe lane SF, you're never going to be able to blink in to just pop it in the middle of Rune Coil. I think that's my issue with
fair.
That
you don't even have the blink until like 40, 50 minutes, right? So.
In most cases, you don't even get that blink until like 6th item.
Yeah.
Mac does get jumped, doesn't react in time, and is probably just dead in the water here.
Tries
Is
to
he?
play Mail.
Oh.
Wait, hello there. Oh, Dota2 was ready for that though. The coil going to go out, going to keep Magnus in place here. FBZ looking to see what he can do. That hook shot down tank going to secure the Ogre Magic kill. Coming back in with the arena. DB sets this one up. Now Tim's, can he get held in place long enough? He sure can. It's a double kill for Dota2.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And now they are going to hunt down the Clockwork. There's no way out for you, little robot man.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
It's getting a little bit awkward for Boom. You're playing into this timing now. For the side of Teamless, you managed to catch up in Siege. FBZ and Mac start to lose a little bit of that early edge they built up for themselves. And this puck is becoming a massive issue. The damage output on Siege, I mean, it's starting to ramp up, right? And it's not like he has a massive net worth advantage. He's still 1k behind Jackie. But that doesn't matter when Jackie barely gets to show up in these fights himself. You know, he's got the Maelstrom. He's going for a full Mjolnir instead of Gleipnir. Opting instead for just sheer damage output on this NP. So not going to have the hold. Which would help against a hero like the Puck. Somewhat.
I guess the Puck is the only one that really has this aggressively high mobility. You know?
Yeah.
Everyone else is kind of like slow. They kind of have to walk everywhere. I guess Mars is someone who, you know, once he has that Eul's built up, he's not going to be overly concerned about your Gleipnir anyway, right? Just use yourself into blinking away.
Yeah, but it's
I'm not 100%. I'm not sold on it. He might switch it up and go back.
Nah.
And change it. I mean, he looks like he's queued up for sure. But
yeah. I think it's fine. Like, again, that little bit of extra hold would allow you to join these fights, but maybe he's just forward thinking, like you said. Considering a future Eul's build up, you just want to kind of have that pressure on maybe Mac to catch out this Puck, or FBZ with an RP if he can manage to connect, and just kind of focus on playing your own game here for good old Jackie. Only about 130 gold away from full Mjolnir, so not too far off. And the side of Teamless,
I mean, that's gonna ramp his farm up though, right? He should. You can use it on the Treant as well for extra wave push. Just put the lightning on it, you know, just walk away. Could be useful for getting the waves close enough to siege later on. And Roche potential as well. Nobody's really going to build a Deso anytime soon, right? Maybe... or AC for that matter. I guess SF team is probably like the easiest team to take it on, but they're probably going to wait for 20 minutes, right? They're not going to take it on its top because this tower's still up, so... Boom are going to go on the hunt though as they smoke up here with 3 heroes. Are 3 heroes enough to take down the Puck though? Oh, this is not looking good now. Oh no, the coil on 2, the follow-up is there, the fire blast coming through, Siege trying to find that angle. Now Mars, he drops that arena on the backside here. A lot of damage pouring in, and they'll get another couple of kills, no problem. The RP though, this is decent-ish. The Mjolnir doing some work. Actually, no, not enough. Not enough by far. You know what would have been great there? A Gleipnir.
And this is a mess. The idea was good. Smoke popping where it did, not ideal. There's already a forward ward, which allows that play out from Dota2. And Boom are getting a little bit reckless. 2k lead up for Teamless. They're hitting their stride now with Siege's timing. Straight into the BKB next for SF with a Dragon Lance done. You've got the full Octarine coming out for Dota2 next. So he's just going to be extra slippery once that's up, of course. But he added the decreased downtime in the phase shift. And the orb, just going to be a massive nuisance from the Puck. I think the side of Boom... I don't know. I think you need your own BKBs. Mac needs a BKB, FBZ needs a BKB. Both of these heroes do have that idea going. You still need a Mitchell Hammer from Mac with a little bit more. So it's going to take a little bit more time for Mac. At the least, FBZ's only the recipe away. That's going to be an option, but I'd say even Jackie needs it. Like, in as much as you don't want to get it on NP, he can't actually stand and fight like he was trying to a while ago. He will just die. There's enough control, enough magical damage to burst him down. You actually need triple BKB, and again, it's going to take some time here.
Yeah, I think they have to kind of get these BKBs online for this Roche fight at 20 minutes or so. I think also there's probably a good chance that maybe we see a push on this bottom lane before that happens from the Radiant, because you kind of want to secure their Watcher as well, right?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Not the Watcher, the Tormentor. Because you have this early advantage, you kind of want to keep ahead of it. Manel's in here, gonna get knocked down to the low ground. Oh, actually catches him with a spear, but now the TP. There's that Yules. All right then. Manel, he's making some space here. He's making some space. And it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of fine. Like you mentioned, a lot of attention for Clockwork, lots of space for everyone else to just farm into these BKB spikes. You do get the deny off, at least with Siege in the top tower. So you prevent some gold from pouring in. Again, it's key time you need. 1 BKB up for FBZ. Mac only about 560 gold away from his own.
Oh, they're hunting right now. Jack Boy's about to get out. Ooh. That was a 5-hero rotation. I guess they saw him on the creep wave, huh? With the creep or something, and then they're gonna push in for this. Don't know about this one, Chief. 10 seconds to get it done. They got a lot of damage. The minus armor's there, but they are realizing with the Clockwork throwing in that flare that maybe you don't want to go just yet.
Nah. They will just reposition with Roche changing sides. Boom, no. In position to force this fight as well. Look at this. Smoke out from FBZ and from Tim's. Blink BKB ready to go on the mag. Looking for the angles in.
The thing is, they absolutely, like, I almost wish they hadn't flared. Because, like, they are so ready for this. Do you know what I mean? They are so ready. Poet 2 on the cusp of things. Okay, they do scout him out. Okay, it could just be the clock on his own, maybe, you know? SF threatening the Requiem, but no targets here. Hello there. Okay, they spotted Granny. He's outside the arena, though. The silence is going to be used up. Okay, he's down. He has a buyback available and ult, so the tier 3, the tier 1 tower even is up. I imagine they're gonna take this fight still. Buyback is there, like I say. Okay, they get the grab onto Ogre Magi. There's the buyback coming through now. They're gonna give up on Roshan. He's at 50% health. Ogre Magi's down. The hook shot from downtown, though. Not too shabby. Now they drop the bombs on the Requiem, doing insane damage. Mark is silenced up. He's coiled. We talked about that, actually. Now they go back in. Here comes Jackie with the BKB TP in. Siege gonna go down now as well. And that one paid off. That one paid off. They lost Mark. They lost the clock. But this should be a free Roshan. There's a little bit of fear in them still, huh?
That's
a cool Requiem though. Well, it's like we talked about how you can actually get this Requiem off with the coil, right? And he managed to do it.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate for the side of Teamless. They lost one of their tier 2s. Like one of their tier 2 tokens just went to the side of Boom, so actually not gonna have that added bit of utility in their end. Not going to feel too good here for Teamless. On top of all the losses they had. Pretty big win for the side of Boom. Secondary life up for Jackie. And it goes back into that timing we were talking about. With the BKBs up, feel a lot more confident to jump in. To not really care about that hard control you manage to build up here on Teamless. And it just kind of starts to fall flat. Until the BKBs start to wear away, of course. Like, Mac doesn't even have to commit his BKB in that last fight. Still has a 9-second charge. And they've evened out the game on Boom. So 20-12. Excuse me, 20-12. But a less than 1k lead to the side of Teamless. Boom still in the game, looking good. Getting into the Ags timing now for FBZ. Getting into the AC for Jackie. Just a little bit more durability and attack speed to play with his innate. Let's get all of that damage flowing. And for the side of Teamless, you're not really hurt too badly. Again, you're aware of the BKB timings now. You've got a lot of room for Siege to start to go beast mode, of course, on this SF. Hurricane Pike into the Daedalus. I'd say you could probably afford to go a little bit greedy and just go for Daedalus first, but the Hurricane Pike is probably still overall the smarter bet. So it's going to be a little bit stalled out until you get like that full damage flowing here for Siege. Octarine for
Oh, it's
Dota2,
pretty
not too
decent.
far off.
BKB gonna keep him nice and fresh though. That arena not gonna find too much. Mac comes across now as well. Throws out the magnetize on 2. Mars tries to speed himself up. Blade Mail maybe gonna do some work. No, the BKB chases after him. Make sure the magnetize will bring down the Mars now. The hook shot from downtown catches him. Siege TP'd into that. Popped off his BKB. Should be able to get some work done here. Still got a good few seconds on that bad boy. It's a 7-second timer now. It's left on it. So it was the 8 seconds going up there. But again, it's kind of back to a repeat of what we saw in the first game, where they do plenty of damage, but there's no bodies hitting the floor. That's 2 kills taken for 5k damage coming from the Dire, but 5k damage coming from the Radiant, not finding anything successfully here. And Jockey feeling kind of comfortable here with his, with his 8-second BKB ready to go. And Aegis, a Mjolnir, and his AC getting pretty close to being finished up now as well. And I think that's going to be the final nail in the coffin for the high ground push. The next Roshanna as well is going to be way faster on the back of that.
That
Try and push this top lane.
That will be. It's going to be a challenge to try to find an angle again for Teamless into that Roche fight. Do at least finish up that full Octarine on Dota2. So again, harder to hold down on that puck. Does see Tim's not going to fully commit for the poke. Or he will actually, just a bit on Cliff now. Working onto the Parasma. I think if this puck does manage to, say, sit back, farm into an Ags, that's where things maybe get a little bit interesting into a slower game. See if Boom will actually allow that slower game to shine, because, again, I think Teamless does have what it takes if the game drags on to find her own angle it's in. Bit of a big smoke here from Boom. See if they work out some targets. I mean, one last outer tower left for them to clean up. Good scan should keep Teamless safe, though.
Yeah, they're aware of what's happening here. Mark is trying to dangle. He's like saying, "Look at me, I'm juicy." They're like, "No, rather not. In fact, you can have that tier 2 for free. We don't care." Just hold the high ground. As many times in your pubs, ladies and gentlemen, you have screamed at your team just to stay high ground and to hold that high ground. It's a challenge even in pro games for sure. Like the holding your metal. Nice silence play here. Glimmer Cake coming through though. I'm going to work on the tower. He's got himself the dragon scale for the extra burny damage. It was the Skyrath mage, by the way, who was done out of his tier 2 token in the end. As Puck got himself dragon scale as well.
Yeah, someone's got to take that hit. Even though it was Dota2 who lost his token, was credited as his token.
Even then, Dota2 had the arcane ring already, which I feel is already pretty. It's a very sexy item for a pack, like.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the sports can't have anything good here, Jeeves. No, that's all we know from Dota2. They are playing under vision. The side of Jackie sees DB, just pokes. Not gonna be able to get the kill.
He's having a little look here. You know what I'd like to see, John? I'd like to see. What about if you had to buy the courier at the start of the game, and then you had to buy the flying upgrade, and there was only one courier? I think this could be like the new Dota. Oh, they try to find Tim's, but he gets away on a whisper of health. No problemo. The pop off the blade mail. Wait, that RP got cancelled because his blink went down. I think Puck caught him just on the cusp of things here now.
Doesn't matter.
They're turning this disaster around though. FPZ not going to catch a hold of the Glimmer Caped up Skyrath as he tried to fall back. Jockey coming in, pops off the BKB, tries to man fight Siege, but Siege absolutely dominating him here. He tries to get himself to safety and away he goes. Not too shabby. Mac with the kick, I think, there. And they're trying to disengage here, but can they get out without losing any more bodies? I don't know. Maybe not. Mac gonna get slowed up here. The spear coming back the other way. The roll away, and he's dead. But honestly, that went way better than it could have. I felt like Jockey was gonna die for sure.
Yeah.
They still come out 1,000 gold up because of the Puck kill, though.
Now that's just how much Dota2 is worth in comparison to like these two supports. It's still a very worthwhile trade for the side of Boom, but you do have to be cautious. You're starting to see that damage come in, and as FBZ doesn't manage to keep down, get the stun off for the kill, but you're seeing that damage really come in for Siege. Like,
Yeah.
he is going Daedalus first. Oh, well, he's going for the Daedalus now. He finished up the Hurricane Pike. This SF is starting to outshine. Has enough lifesteal to just stand there, pop the mom on. He's happy. You don't have sustain here on Jackie. The court course where it's really awkward now. If this SF gets to pop BKB, you don't manage to RP him, you are in for a world of hurt from the output of our Shadow Fiend at this point in the game. It does scale very well, considering these timings met. Considering that Boom's lead isn't like a ridiculously high lead. To catch out DB though, it's a nice little bit of a consolation.
One thing to note here as well is because of the way the Roche timer is, it's definitely going to be on the Radiant side, and that probably works out better for Fearless, right? Although we still have this tier 1 tower, Teamless even, it probably works out better for them, but they still have this tier 1 tower bottom that they're going to have to deal with and address before that becomes a situation. And they don't want to wait for the Aegis. They want to keep this pressure up. They're aware that this SF is getting Omega strong. And they're like, okay, let's do some damage before that becomes a major problem. But we're going to go in here. Okay, throws out the silence on 2. Look how much damage Jackie takes from that, though. The Charisma not even finished up yet.
Yeah, it's just a painful amount. Like, you didn't really go for stats. Oh, pullback.
Oh my word, that was such a catch, actually. So awkward, dude. He doesn't have buyback, and just actually the perfect pick there. Yeah. Oh my god, I feel so bad for Teamless.
No. That's a lot of their high ground defense just gone. Jackie gets a free ride onto the tier 3. Not going for the full racks, of course, showing a lot of respect for, say, the Arena, for the Requiem from Siege can come in. He does have that Daedalus up.
They don't know that buyback's not there. Do you know what I mean? Then you wouldn't want to use it anyway.
Oh,
I mean, they got another pick here. He pops off that use and the BKB, but the BKB coming back from FBZ, and now, yeah, you better run backwards very slowly. Oh, the hook shot from downtown not going to connect completely there, and Mac popping off the blade mail for safety as he gets stunned up. But Jackie's in here and he's beating down on the racks. It's going to be an easy melee, by the way, and arranged.
Yep, one full set just like that. Off the back of that puck kill.
Man. Yeah, one puck kill, and I'm dying. No, a super awkward. Such a good pick from FBZ. I mean, we talk about how awkward it is, but FBZ getting the pick in the first place is because they didn't really have any vision in there either, right? It was just kind of like he saw where the puck was, and then he just kind of, off the back of the creeps meeting, and then he just went for it.
Yeah,
it's a little bit aggressive though, because puck obviously orbed in, right? Yeah, maybe.
Have to be a little bit cautious, but that's still smoke out the side of Teamless. They know they have a little bit of an opening here. It's just a matter of getting that right collapse. Mind you, with a tier 1 still standing down bot, it is tricky to try to utilize the smoke across. But it also makes it very unlikely for the side of Boom to expect this. See if the smoke pans out. This is make or break for the side of Teamless. Nah, they don't hang around a triangle. They'll go for the tier 1 instead and play it safe.
They had to address that tower though. We talked about how easy it would be for the Roche defense, and if they want to even try and turn this into a Roche potential, then that tower had to go down. There's no vision down here though. They know where puck is at least, and they know that Roche is up on the dire side. They hit it up with a nice corner. Oh, gonna get hooked on, and the follow-up from Mark is there. The stun chain is complete. He's got out, by the way, on a fraction of HP. Alright, no problemo. Nice Arena coming back the other way, though. Matt getting handled, and Siege eating well here as he throws so much damage. Jackie finally comes in and shuts that dream down, though, as he turns for DB. The cookie is there, and only Skywrath Mage alive. Feeling it here, and they're going to go in for the Aegis here. And then that should be a pretty easy push on the mid lane, at least, coming up or top.
Yep.
It's a freebie this one though.
Absolutely, they had the right ideas there. I'm a little bit surprised that even works out for Boom, because there's this ward from Teamless right by the ramp, right? Like they saw FZ run down, they saw literally everyone from Boom run into that area, and Dota2 decides to jump in by the Lotus instead of by the tree line to play tag with Tims, all by himself. Like, the puck is so far forward without anyone to back him up. And again,
Like,
he eats the bait.
They threw like two alts, you know, with the silence as well on top, and he managed to phase shift on like, I don't know, like 4 HP or something, and then obviously they still got him in the end. But like, he almost got away with almost got away with it, dude. Actually, this guy, same with his Ember play, is very entertaining at least, you know.
That it is. It's very concerning for Teamless, though, if they wanted to try to drag this into game 3. 12k lead coming out here for the side of Boom. You've got the full Witchblade coming in now for Jackie into his Parasma, it looks like, as he's set to just go. And they'll take their Tormentor first, get some resets going. We're going for the full commit just yet. But
it will be Tim's that gets the shard for the free cookie there, a little healing action.
Yep. Just a little bit extra for that, for the angles from the cookie, of course. Even just the little lava allowing him to farm up a little bit faster as well. So you see Tim's trying to go into his own BKB. I think, again, for Dota2, it's important to not bite the bait in these supports. Right? Again, they had this ward, they had the vision. He chases down Tim's, that's all well and good, but Zhao finds that angle for the hook shot. And suddenly you're just chain stunned, you're silent stop, you have nothing defensive on this fuck outside of the Yules. And if you can't Yules up, you're dead. They just managed to lock him in and just ruin the counterplay Teamless could have had from such
he's trying to play the game he was able to play 10 minutes ago, you know, when he was like, you know, super far ahead, able to kind of just murder whoever he wanted. But you know, they're online fully now. They're very cautious around about playing around the puck because they know he's in a stronger situation. Like I mean, they have no solution for Jockey. Look at this. He's just in here taking your racks. You know what I mean? All of your heroes are up. You have all the ults available. One final fight, maybe 3 if they win this one. Nice. There's the initiation they're looking for. It's pretty good, actually. They take the first life. The Aegis is down. DB popping off his BKB. The Magnetize on the back line, though. Now the clock coming in, throwing down some cogs. Causes the problem. That BKB going to run out for sure. Siege is toast. He does have a buyback though, but does he have the morale left to use it?
He should.
Let's see what they can get done. They're just knocking this puck back and forward, and I think that's probably going to be GG. But they'll throw up the buyback on the SF first. They got a buyback on puck as well. But honestly, it's so hard, man.
It is a very hard game to see them bouncing back in. They get the buyback out. They still have the puck buyback as well. Here's a refresh for FBZ. Double BKB, double RP now ready if they find an angle in.
The use, nice. Now there's the buyback. Here's the follow through. FBZ throws out the refresher, pops off his BKB and walks it off. Wait, jumping back in, gets a hold of Siege. Siege is toast. The clock block not going to connect this time around, but they will find the Mars. And he's just going to evaporate there. His buyback, he's going to save that one for next game. Honestly, the ranking's kind of on the wall at this point. He doesn't have an arena to work with. He's actually going to buy back, though. They don't want to go down just yet. The creeps are in. They're falling back, giving them a little bit of respect here. As Matt going to get promoted. FBZ finds the puck again. And now DB to fall as well. And that will finally be the GG. But they put up a good sport fight, I'd say, in that game too. It's a lot better than game 1. Some nice signs of life there. And also, it just kind of felt like they overplayed their advantage. And Boom capitalized on it, you know?